So hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to study with the very important topic that is econometrics. Okay, so I have already uploaded a video in which there is an installation process of eViews. So before studying with the eViews or getting familiar with the eViews, we will go with the first topic that is econometrics. This is a far most best topic for using, like I'm saying the definition of it, to have a glimpse of everything before starting or jumping into the topics, right? So let's start. So basically it don't treat it like you know everything. Just if you know anything, if you know everything, just go with the video with 2x. And if you don't know anything and you're starting from the zero, just listen it carefully, because I think that listening increases your patience level, right? Let's go. And hope you do like, share and subscribe to this YouTube channel, because in entire YouTube I am the one who is teaching all at free. Okay, so let's go. We are at the level 01. Okay, some of your friends are at level 12. Don't worry, I will make you to reach at the highest level. Okay, so let's start from the zero level. So basically we are dealing with the econometrics. Okay, so it is basically use of data plus mathematics or statistics to understand a relationship. क्या करना है इन दोनों को मिला के? Like it's a English topic. I will mostly speak into the English or partial Hindi, like to make Indian audience happy, right? India. Okay. So let's go. So first one is the econometrics is basically the data plus mathematics or statistics to understand a relationship. To understand a relationship and relationship, thereafter making prediction. So we have understand the definition of econometrics. Okay. So what's the real world purpose? Let's understand the real world purpose. Okay, 1 second, just make it 15. Okay. So real world purpose is that agar if income is rising, income raise, so then how much the consumption increases. Okay. Suppose that we wanted to understand a relationship between the income and the consumption. So this through which we can have a data of income. Through the use of mathematics and statistics, we can understand a relationship between these two, right? Thereafter, we can make a prediction that for this much income, like for 10,000 rupees, we have a consumption of 6,000 rupees and 4,000 will be going into saving, right? So let's start. So basically, just I'm deleting all this. Okay. So now just let me ask a basic question. Like it's a basic of basic. What is a variable? वेरिएबल व्हाट इज वेरिएबल क्या होता है वेरिएबल सो वेरिएबल यानी कि वेरी करने वाला सिंपल एनीथिंग विच वेरीज इज नोन एज वेरिएबल like its value changes as and according to your need, right? So basically variable is what, suppose you start to join a company at rupees, suppose say 10,000 per month, but you are very talented and your next month salary becomes 25,000, but n- uh, n- next to next month that will be approx 30,000. It's totally hypothetical that no one, no company will give you a 15,000 hike. Okay, so just this all these are what, these are variable values of income, like variable values of income, right? For the incomes, if I say that this is x, this is y and this is z, so can I say that x, y, z are different variables? 10,000, 25,000, 30,000 is different variables, right? So I just name them with the variable letters. Okay, variable letters, that is For X, it is income, and for Y, it is consumption. Okay, these are the variable letters, that is X is equal to income and Y is the consumption, right? Now, if I have a income of 1 lakh rupees, will my consumption increase, right? And if I have an income of 10,000 rupees, will my consumption decrease? Like I will wear, with the 1 lakh income, I will wear the Titan watch. With the 10,000 income, I will just wear a watch of Timex or Sonata, right? So we will see a difference between them. What will be the relationship between them? Like the relationship between the income or the consumption, right? So we will see that the consumption depends upon the income. We will write the formula F times X, that is consumption is equal to the function of income. That is, in other words, what we can say. Okay. In other words, we can say that consumption depends upon the income. Consumption depends on income. Okay, if there is an income of 5 lakhs, you will buy more cars, more bikes. If your income is 1 lakh, you will satisfy with the metro card, right? So just a few thing that X will be possible cause, while Y is what we are trying to explain, explanation, right? Okay, and this X and Y have effects in everything, like may it be marketing, may it be finance, may it be HR, may it be business analytics, maybe anything or any form of your life. Income and consumption is the base of human life, right? So basically, now we will go with the second topic, that is the variable is understand one which varies, and X, just remember this question, that Y is equal to function of X, where Y is a consumption and X is the income. Just remember this equation. This is lifetime equation, right? Okay. In interview itself, you can just say that Y is equal to F X, function of X, that is function of income. Okay, what is model? Now, there's some equation, mathematical model. So basically, if we say that, like suppose we concentrate on income or consumption, okay, income is 20,000 and consumption is 16,000. Income is 30,000, consumption is 22,000, and income is 40,000, income is 50,000, and respective consumptions is 28,000 and 35,000. Okay, as the income rise, like you will see that with 20,000 it is 16,000, with 30,000 in, oh sorry, wait, it just got slipped. Okay, with 30,000, like there is an increase of 10k, 30,000. The consumption also increasing with 6k, with 6k, right? So we can say that with the income rise, the consumptions are also rising. Okay. So to depict this, like to understand this whole model, like with the increase in income, our consumption also increases. Okay. And in the very first, like I've said that the mother equation for income and consumption is what? X function equal to Y, right? What is Y? Y is the consumption, X is the income, right? This is the order of equation. Now, let's go with the mathematical model equation, right? First, some good equation, just model equation, we can say. Okay. Okay, for the model equation, we can say that Y, that is consumption, is equal to beta naught plus B1X plus 5. This is the model equation, right? The model equation is beta naught plus B1X plus psi. Let's interpret this equation, right? that is y is equal to y. This is y. Okay, y is equal to beta naught plus beta 1 x into psi. Okay, so let's interpret this. The very first, that is beta naught. What is beta naught? Okay, it's a starting point. Like it's written in the first, we can say that it's a starting point. But in mathematical language, it is known as intercept. Okay, it's a starting point equation. Okay, it's the starting point of the equation, and it is in mathematical term, it is known as intercept. Okay, now let's just take an example. Income and consumption. Are you comfortable with it? Let's go. Okay. Next, the consumption I'm writing, that is y is the consumption. I said y is the consumption. Consumption is equal to 5,000 plus 0.6 income. Like I have simply rewrote this equation in the form of this, that is consumption, that is y is equal to consumption. Beta naught is 5,000 and beta 1 into x is the income. Beta 1 is 0.6. Okay, so the beta naught is equal to 5,000. That is the intercept, that is the starting point of the equation. Okay, so if income becomes 0, if income, suppose that hypothetically income is 0, you are unemployed, but you will have the expenditures, you will have the consumption of the basic needs like the food, water, even the you have to give the water tax as well. You have to give the like for the purchase of food, you have to give the money to the shopkeeper, right? So I can say that with the even 0 income, I will be having a consumption of, suppose, 5,000, right? Now, this is the beta naught. Just write that beta naught is basically the intercept, the starting point of the equation. What is the equation? The equation is y is equal to beta naught plus b1x plus psi. Okay, where y is a consumption, beta naught is the intercept, and x is the income. Simple. Okay, let's go. Now, what is a beta 1? That is the coefficient of income, the coefficient of income. Like the consumption I have said, like this will be revised again. Let's rewrite consumption is equal to 5,000 plus 0.6 of income. So I can say that this is the beta naught, that is the intercept, the starting point of the equation. Even if the income is 0, there will be a consumption which is for the food, water, and etc. for the life it size. Okay. Next, I say that beta 1 is the coefficient. What's the coefficient means? It means that coefficient means that if I put 0.6 here, that is a coefficient b1. If I put 0.7, if I put 0.04 or 0.1, then my consumption changes, then my income changes. If suppose that my income is 1,000 rupees, and if my coefficient is changing, similarly, simultaneously, my consumption will be changing. That's why we can say that with the change of coefficient, that is beta 1, it tells the relationship between x and y. Simple. Beta 1 tells relationship between x and y, that is income and consumption, right? Next, what this means, what does e means? E means the human error. Error terms, because life is never a perfect. So we just add e. In mathematics, we always add to have a constant. So we are adding e. So basically the final equation, the final region, let's say y is equal to beta naught plus b1x plus error. Okay, let's decode everything. What is y? Y is a consumption. Consumption is equal to intercept, that is b naught. B naught. B1 is basically what? The coefficient, X is the income, and E is the error. So this is a mother, like mother equation, that is a model equation. Okay. The predicted Y. What is the Y? The y hat. Y hat. Okay. y hat. What this is? What this is? Let's enter a new topic, that is predicted head. Predicted y with a hat. The predicted value of y. This means that this we will interpret as the predicted value of y. Okay. This is be known as the residual. How to calculate the residual is y, that is consumption minus y h. This is the residual. Okay. So basically E is equal to y minus y h. This is the residual value. Okay. So let's go with the next. That's a correlation. Go with the relation. Okay. Just go with the pinkish one. Okay. Just okay. So here we are. Now we are going with the correlation. Okay. What is the correlation? Co plus relation means you having a relationship between the multiple variables. Anything with the co, like co-head. What does the co-ed school means? The school with the boys and girls as well. The boys school, girls school between is co-head. Similarly is the correlationship. That is, they might appear together. The who will appear? The variables. Variable. Variables will appear together. The correlation sign is R. Correlation size is R. The range that its value ranges from where? -1 equal to R. This is the range of the correlation. Okay. That is, if R, just change my color here. If R is +1, it shows that perfect positive relationship. Perfect positive relation. And if R is negative, then it's perfect negative relation. Okay. And if R is equal to 0, because R ranges from -1 to 1, so if R is equal to 0, then it's linear or non-linear. Sorry, no linear relationship. Okay. Now okay, let's assume a hypothetical situation again. I'm sorry. Let's go. If I say that if I say that you are eating an ice cream, let's say you are eating a butterscotch ice cream, okay, and in front of a pool, ice cream in front of a pool, swimming pool, and in that swimming pool the accidents increase. Can I say that they both have a correlation? Because I have said earlier, no, the correlation is the relationship between the two or more variables, the multiple variables. So can I say the similar thing? We can't say the similar thing. Like the increase of ice creams leads to the increase of pool accidents. Like, have you seen have you seen this type of correlation between them, that a sale of ice cream increases, as a result the swimming pool accidents are also increasing? Might be an hypothetical case, right? So I can say that the correlation which I have taught, correlation does not mean it is a causation. I will explain this causation later. Okay. So just simply remember, the correlation is not equal to causation. Okay. Now the simple mathematical terms, because which will be needing into the econometrics. What is the mean? What's the mean? What is the variance? And what is standard deviation? And everyone in the comment section, just type me the definition. And what is covariance? Okay. And what is R square? Okay. Just answer these five. Okay. If you understand this from the video, just answer all these five, and I'm explaining. Okay. Mean. What does it mean? Sum of observation, sum of all observations, divided by total number of observation, total number of observations. Suppose that mean is 20, I can say that mean is 20, that's a sum of observation, and total number of observation, that is n. Simple. What is the variance? What's the variance? Variance is basically how spread out the numbers are. Suppose that there is a set of 10, 11, 10, 9, 10. We can see that it is plus 1, minus 1, minus 1, and plus 1. The values are really close to each other. And suppose there is a set like 10, 100, let's say 800, let's say 2000. Let's say, okay. So here the spread out things will be minimum for this, because it is very close to each other's, while for the spread out for this, it is very far away. The variance of this variance, I can say that how they are close to their average, how close values are to their average. Okay, this is a simple definition of variance. Just remember these two, that 10, 11, 10, 9, 10, and 10, 100, 800, 1200, etc. Okay, so we can say that how close values are to their average. Okay, now standard deviation. Standard deviation is similar to that of variance, because in the formula we can say that now standard deviation is a square root of variance. Just remember this and you can just explain everything in the exam, right? Covariance. Okay, suppose I have repeated an example: income and consumption. Okay, suppose both income and consumption increases, then I can say that it is a positive. Both variables are moving constantly to each other. That is, income is rising, consumption is rising. We can say that it's a positive covariance. Suppose that income is reducing, covariance is also reducing. We can say that it's a uh, negative covariance. Or we can say that if interest rate is rising, like you have to pay, if you take a loan from the bank and at a higher interest rate, for suppose 8 9%, automatically you will try to get low money, because you have to pay the interest,
It's
to
10
the bank.
o'clock.
Okay, so basically as the interest rate rises, the investment decreases, a negative correlation, right? What's r square? Just we are having on the last ones. Okay, last stretch. Okay, r square is basically suppose cut 0.8, which automatically means it's 80% of the variation in y. Okay, now let's revise everything. Okay, whatever I have discussed, let's discuss now next. Okay, I have firstly explained what is econometrics is. Econometrics is all about. What's econometrics is all about? It's about the data, mathematical and statistics, which is used for the prediction. Simple, right? Now, next we have discussed with the variable. What is a variable? The one which changes its value periodically or non-periodically, which values changes continuously. That's known as a variable. We have discussed with the x and the y. What was x? X was the income. You have spent it all the income. You have spent it all the income uh, to your x. So we can just remember through this that through x you have spent your income on your ex girlfriend. So x is basically the income, y is the consumption. Okay. Okay. One more concept I have left with. What is x and y? Okay, I can see that x is an independent variable. Independent variable. Then y is the dependent variable. Okay. Because it depends upon the income ultimately. The consumption depends upon the income. Ultimately, I have given the example that if your salary is, if your income is 1 lakh rupees, you would tentatively wear a Sonata watch, and if your income is 5 lakh rupees, you will definitely wear a Rolex. Okay, so your consumption depends upon your income. So we can see that the why, suppose I am a dependent on YouTube, right? Your ex is an independent girl, like if your girlfriend, I take a cheap example because I love cheap examples as well, okay? So basically your ex, on your ex girlfriend you spend your income, and she's independent, she says in the world that she's independent. Okay, so basically your x is the income, y is the consumption, x is independent variable, and y is the dependent variable. Okay, now I have given equation of model equation, right? Model equation, what was that model equation? Model equation was y is equal to beta naught plus beta 1 x plus e. Let's interpret this. Why I have said that it's a consumption, x is the income, x is the independent variable, y is the dependent variable, right? Beta naught was intercept, beta 1 was coefficient, e is the error term. What was the residual? Could you just explain with the residual? Residual was the y minus y cap. Okay, this y was the predicted y. What was y? Y was a consumption. Okay, predicted consumption. Next we have seen with the mean, all these five set is mean, variance, standard deviation, covariance, and r square. Like, okay, so I can end up with this, bind up with this. Okay, okay, just next, this was the level 0. From this we will start with the level 1, okay, in the next video. So hope you like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's all free of cost, so take the benefit of it. I think I teach much better than your teacher. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.